Cable 6 presents Rockumentary, a look at local music groups from the Whitewater area. Hosted by Sean Little. Special guest this week, Little Greyhound. And here's your host, Sean Little.
Hi, welcome to Rockumentary, a show that looks at local Whitewater talent and gives you a little history on bands and allows you to see a band, and then maybe you'll be more inclined to go see them and promote some of our great and rich history music scene there. Because we do have a nice music scene around this area. I mean, it extends to Madison and Milwaukee. I mean, it's a good location, let's face it. Today we're looking at a band called Little Greyhound. This is a band made up of a bassist named Jared Gilbert and three brothers, Randy, Dan, and Steve Weber. They've been playing together now for a couple months as a four-piece quartet, but Jared and Dan started out in 1994 as a two-piece act, and they just wrote a couple songs, added Steve on drums, and then recently Randy came in and changed their entire sound, and now they have a nice tight four-piece emo-core band. The band members define emo-core as emotional-filled rock. All four members are very Christian, but they don't want to be classified as Christian rock, so they've kind of come up with their own classification called emo rock. Anyway, they used to be called Machine Wash Warm, but like I said, after Randy joined the band to make it an extra guitarist and backup vocalist, they decided to change their entire name and title, and they call it emo core. Why don't we take a look at them right now, and we'll cut the tape, and then we'll come back and I can tell you something else.
sorrow, the sorrow I gave myself. Your loving open arms, they hold me. Hold me when I'm dying inside. We want to find life. We want to be free. The only thing we need, something we can acquire. Search to satisfy. Fill our empty souls. Might as well give up. We can't save ourselves.
Little Greyhound isn't without their problems, though. They got their problems just like any band would have, I suppose. One of the big ones is rehearsal time. It's tough for them to get together and practice. I mean, we got Jared located in UW Whitewater. Randy is stuck up in Whitefish Bay. Dan is located at the UWM in Milwaukee. And Steve, the drummer, goes to school in Chicago. It's kind of difficult for them to get together and rehearse. They try to get together once a week, but it normally ends up being a lot less. You know, maybe once every 2 weeks or so. The other problem they have is brotherly fights. Well, you know, you get 3 siblings in any place, and they're bound to start a scuffle occasionally. This is one of their problems. You know, Randy used to play drums, and if Steve's not playing a section right, Randy tries to step in and show him how he does it, and Steve's ego gets a little bruised, and of course, you know, things happen. It's part of being in a band, though. Another problem they had was changing their style. They were stuck in a Matchbox 20 type top 40 Billboard sound and kind of getting disgusted with that. So they added Randy and became a much more tight, more emotional, more grabbing style. What they called emo-core, like I said earlier. Now they hope to make it big without becoming too big. Their big thing right now is they're trying to become a very popular indie band. Now, if you're familiar with the difference between indie and big label, you have your big labels like Capitol and Atlantic and Mercury, and those are bands that you normally see: Rush, Pink Floyd, huge bands, correct? Yeah. What they are is more of an indie band, more of an indie pop band. They want to stay small label and get as big as they can without having to play arenas, go on extensive tours. You know, they like to stay in the Midwest area, maybe travel a little bit around the country, you know, get their name known, but they're a centered band. They want to play places like Milwaukee's Rave or Minneapolis's First Avenue, because that way they can still stay in touch with their fan base without it becoming too broad. Another thing that they hope to do is get their CD released soon. They have a CD that they've been working on, and it should be coming out eventually. And when that happens, it'll be a lot easier to expand their fan base, because it's tough to get people to buy tapes nowadays. However, at clubs you can sell CDs, and then before you know it, they got a fan base.
I go out west, find some peace of mind, will I take my time? Ride the back roads all the way. When I go out west, hope to find the one to make my heart feel strong, to make me feel like I belong, like I belong. To ride the back roads all the way, find a place for my head to lay. Find a place in my head to lay. I'll try the back roads all the way. I'll find a place in my head to lay. I'll try the back roads all the way. Find a place in my head to lay.
Well, that's about all I can tell you about a band called Little Greyhound. They're around the Whitewater area. Look for them, go see them, support them. I can't stress enough that we need to support our local talent, because without them we never get bands like, you know, Pink Floyd or Rush or any of those mega stars that ended up, or even in smaller circles, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Nirvana even. Little Greyhound plays around the area. They'll play at Jitters a lot, you know, maybe TNT's. They also play up in Green Bay, play a lot of coffee houses, so go look for them there. Maybe someday we'll see them at the Majeska or even the Rave. But that's kind of a pipe dream. The only thing I'm asking is to support the local talent. And for Rockumentary and my producer Brian Albrecht, I'm Sean Little. Thanks.